So, like I said in my previous video, I think that Bose has been very stagnant for the last few years. Instead of making the hardware changes that they need, they just keep putting out products with very minor upgrades, they throw in AI, and they come out with a whole lot of new colorways and then just call them a new product. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the Bose Smart Soundbar is a great mid-size soundbar for anyone to consider. I really like the Bose QC headphones because they're super comfortable. And both of Bose's earbuds fit very well, but both of the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 and the Bose QC earbuds struggle to keep up with today's competition. Now, when it comes to pricing, the Bose QC earbuds retail for $180, which isn't awful, especially when compared to either the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 or the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, which both retail for $300, which is way too much if you ask me. And personally, I feel that both the AirPods 4 and the AirPod Pro 2 and the AirPod Pro 3 are the gold standard when it comes to earbuds. However, Bose's earbuds do have perhaps the best fit out there. Nonetheless, if you want to pick any of these earbuds up, they'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And if you want to further support the channel, then you can always watch the related videos in the description down below. So first, we need to talk about these cases. Now, Bose has always struggled with their cases on their earbuds. The Bose QC earbuds case is huge when compared to, let's say, the AirPods 4, which are their direct competitors, and it's also huge when compared to, let's say, the AirPod Pro, Sony WF-1000XM5s, or Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. And this case is also huge compared to the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2's case, which is also still considerably larger than all of these other cases. So with either of Bose's cases, these cases are just super noticeable when they're in your pocket, which isn't good for everyday carry, especially when compared to all of these other cases. Now, the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2's case is significantly smaller than the Bose QC's case, but it's still too big for today's standards. If Bose wants to be competitive in today's market, they need to get all of their cases to Bose Ultra Open Earbuds case size. And when it comes to battery life, the case to battery life ratio on either of these two earbuds is not good, especially on the Bose QC earbuds. Now, the Bose QC earbuds have an advertised combined battery life of 31 hours with their active noise cancellation turned on. The earbuds themselves can go for 8.5 hours, and the case can supply 2.5 additional charges. But what's really important here is that you can actually turn off the ANC on the Bose QCs, so you can extend their battery life that way, or you can just use the ANC when you want. Whereas with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, you cannot turn off their active noise cancellation. Whereas with the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2, these have the same advertised combined battery life of their predecessors. The Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 have a combined advertised battery life of 24 hours. The earbuds themselves can go for 6 straight hours, plus the case can supply an additional 3 charges. However, just like I said, you cannot turn off the active noise cancellation on these earbuds, so you can't extend their battery life that way. So overall, the Bose QC earbuds have a longer combined battery life, and the earbuds themselves have better stamina than the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2, and you can also extend their battery life because you can use them with their active noise cancellation turned off. However, the battery life to case size ratio on either of these two earbuds isn't all that good, especially on the Bose QCs, especially when compared to, let's say, the AirPods 4 or AirPods Pro, Sony WF-1000XM5s, or Samsung Galaxy Buds, because all of these have longer lasting battery lives, all while having a significantly smaller case, which is going to be a lot more convenient for everyday carry. So it's pretty obvious that I don't like either of Bose's case, especially the Bose QCs. However, something that I do like about both of these earbuds are their fit. Now, even though these earbuds look very different from one another, they both fit the same. They both have a very shallow fit to them, but they still manage to passively block out a lot of noise, but they also have rubber feet that give them a lot of lockdown. So the result is that with both of these earbuds, they're able to passively block out a lot of noise because they create a really good seal with your ear canals, but they don't feel super intrusive because they don't go in deep into your ear canals, but they still manage to stay in place very well thanks to their rubber feet. So these earbuds aren't going to wiggle out if you're exercising with them. Because with, let's say, the AirPod Pro or Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, these two earbuds are shallow fitting, so they don't feel super intrusive and they passively block out a decent amount of noise. However, they can wiggle out very easily, especially if you're a little sweaty. Or you can get the Sony W1000XM5s or any other pair of standard fitting in-ear earbuds which go in deeper into your ear canals, which can give you better lockdown, but they feel a lot more intrusive. Or you can get something like the AirPods 4 or Galaxy Buds, which are super comfortable earbuds, but they don't passively block out noise. So with both of Bose's earbuds, these fit extremely well, but if you want a superior fit, you're gonna have to make a lot of compromises. With the Bose QCs, you're gonna have to deal with an abnormally large case, and with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, you're still gonna have a large case to deal with, but it's also going to have a much larger price tag to deal with as well. Now, when it comes to connectivity, both of these earbuds work well with either an iPhone or an Android device, but more importantly, each earbud establishes a connection with your phone, so if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you can use either one, it doesn't matter. And I know that this sounds super basic, but this actually took Bose many years to get right. But more importantly, these earbuds can be connected to multiple devices at the same time, so you can easily hot swap from one device to another, regardless of ecosystem. Both of these earbuds have zero latency across the board, so you can use them to watch movies or videos with on your phone. And when it comes to audio codecs, both of these earbuds have support for SBC and AAC, but only the Ultra 2s have support for Snapdragon sound, but in order to use that, you do have to be an Android user. But wait, if you're actually going to charge all of this stuff, then check out our partners over at Anker. They've got a ton of battery banks and chargers, and personally, I've been using this new 7-in-1 charging station from Anker. Now, personally, I really like this charging base because it has two built-in USB-C cables which retract, and you can use them to either charge small devices like your earbuds, or you can even use them to charge your larger devices like your iPad or MacBook. There's an additional USB-C port, so you can plug in an additional cable, and there's also a USB-A port if you've got any older devices that are using a USB-A cable. Plus on the back, you've got an additional three-prong AC ports, so you can plug in any of your other devices, and this base also has a built-in screen, so you can see how much power it's putting out. You can also see how much power each device is taking, and you can even get temp readouts just to be safe. Honestly, this charging base does save me a lot of clutter here in the studio because I have a lot of devices that just constantly need to be charged. So if you want to pick this charging base up, it'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And I'm also going to keep a coupon code in the pinned comment down below so that I can get you an extra discount. But now let's talk about sound. For the most part, both the QC earbuds and QC Ultra 2s sound the same. They both sound good enough to get the job done, and they both have very good instrument separation. But both of these earbuds lean towards a brighter sound signature, and since both of these earbuds lack a lot of kick or resonance in their bass compared to their direct competitors, like either AirPods, Sony, or Samsung, these earbuds sound flat and boring by comparison. And even if you were to go into these earbuds apps and adjust their EQ, their bass is still going to be lacking. So these earbuds just don't sound as full as their competitors. And another thing that I do want to point out here is with the Bose QCs, these have a separate app from all of Bose's other products. So I do find this to be a little weird, and it might matter to you if you have, let's say, the Bose Smart Soundbar, which I actually really like. It's actually a really good mid-size soundbar to consider. So when it comes to sound quality, these earbuds get the job done, but if you're looking for better sound quality, I'd honestly look at something else. Whereas with, let's say, the AirPod Pro 2, because I don't have the AirPod Pro 3 for this review, or the Sony W1000XM5s, Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, or the Sennheiser Momentum Forge, all of these earbuds sound fuller and more balanced than the Bose QC Ultra earbuds 2, because they have more kick in their bass. And when it comes to the MIDI controls on these earbuds, they're a little different. You can tap on both of these earbuds to play or pause your music, and you can tap to skip through your music. But what's different is that with the Ultra 2s, you also have swiping gestures, so you can swipe your volume by swiping up or by swiping down. And personally, I really like being able to swipe on my earbuds to adjust my volume. However, I do have to point out that the accuracy of the swiping gestures isn't as good as the swiping gestures gestures on the AirPod Pro 2. But now let's talk about the active noise cancellation on these earbuds. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the AirPod Pro 3 just yet, but our current ranking for ANC earbuds is Sennheiser Momentum 4s are number 1, but they go in super deep into your ear canals, so they aren't super comfy. Right below them are the AirPod Pro 2, which are a lot more comfortable. Right below them are the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2. Below them are the Sony WF-1000XM5s, which aren't as comfy because of their itchy foam ear tips. Right below them are the Bose QC earbuds. Below them are the AirPods 4, and below them are the previous Bose QC Ultra earbuds. Below them are the Sony LinkBud S. Below them are the Pixel Buds 2 Pro, and below them are the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. So the Bose QC Ultra earbuds 2 are blocking out significantly more noise than the Bose QC Ultra earbuds, which is an improvement that we definitely want to see. Now, these earbuds are still blocking out less noise than the AirPod Pro 2, so it's safe to assume that they'll be blocking out less noise than the AirPod Pro 3. However, I actually prefer the ANC on the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 over the ANC found on the AirPod Pro 2, because the Bose have significantly less cabin pressure. With the AirPod Pro 2 and even the AirPods 4, I only use their ANC when I have to, because first off, I want to extend their battery life, but also I don't want to use it all of the time because the ANC on these earbuds can be a little disorienting or a little uncomfortable. But that isn't an issue for the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2. So even though these might not block out as much noise as the AirPod Pro 2 or the AirPod Pro 3, the ANC on the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 is of better quality because it's more comfortable. And the ANC on the Bose QC Ultra 2s also blocks out more noise than the Bose QCs, which I really like to see because the Bose QCs actually blocked out more noise than the previous Bose QC Ultras, which are actually older. But just like the Ultra 2s, the ANC on the Bose QCs also manages to block out an impressive amount of noise without a lot of cabin pressure, making them very comfortable. And even though the Bose QCs are priced the same as the AirPods 4, it is expected that they block out more noise because they actually create a seal with your ear canals, whereas the AirPods 4 don't. And then there's the ambient mode on these earbuds. The ambient mode on the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 sounds better than the ambient mode found on the Bose QCs because it doesn't sound as robotic and the Ultras sound more natural. Whereas with the Bose QCs, it kind of sounds like people's voices are getting pushed down. Again, these ambient modes get the job done and the Ultra 2s sounds better than the Bose QCs, but both of these ambient modes are behind the ambient mode that you'll find on either the AirPods 4 or AirPod Pro 2. But finally, here's the microphone test, and this is an area where Bose is really struggling to keep up with the rest of the competition. Now, while in a quiet room, I feel that the mic on the Bose QCs sounds okay. And the mic on the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 does sound a little better than the mic found on the Bose QC earbuds. And this is where Bose is going to say, oh, the mic on these earbuds has been improved thanks to AI. Because when compared to the AirPod Pro 2, and keep in mind that these are the AirPod Pro 2 and not the AirPod Pro 3 because Apple doesn't send me anything early, this mic sounds a lot more natural while in a quiet room than both of Bose's microphones. But where Bose really starts to struggle is when it comes to blocking out noise pollution, because right now the AirPod Pro 2 are doing a really good job of reducing this road noise. Because for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to a lapel microphone, you're gonna clearly hear all of this road noise. But if we were to switch back over to the AirPod Pro 2, it is severely reduced. However, the newer AirPods 4 do an even better job of blocking out this road noise. So hopefully the microphone on the AirPod Pro 3 will do an even better job of blocking out this road noise than the AirPod Pro 2. Because for comparison's sake, here are the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 now with AI, and these are letting in a noticeable amount of road noise. But at least I feel that it's still very easy to actually understand you while you're talking. But then here are the Bose QC earbuds, and these are just letting in a lot more road noise, making it harder to understand you, and there is a noticeable amount of interference going on with your voice. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, these earbuds are trying to reduce this chatter, but they're also pushing down on your voice. making it very difficult to actually understand. Now, with the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2, now with AI, these are doing a better job of blocking out this chatter thanks to AI. But they're also pushing down on my voice a lot, making it very hard to actually understand. But then here are the AirPod Pro 2, and these are doing a much better job of blocking out all of this chatter. Because again, for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to a lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this chatter. But if we were to switch back over to the AirPod Pro 2, it is severely reduced. And it's not just Apple that has a better performing mic than both of Bose's earbuds. The Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro also do a great job of blocking out all of this chatter. So, like I said at the top of this video, Bose just isn't keeping up with the rest of the competition. Yes, Bose's mic sounds good enough to take phone calls with while in a quiet room, but there are plenty of other earbuds out there that just sound better and they do a much better job of dealing with the noise pollution. So with all that being said, both the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 and the Bose QC Earbuds are a pair of very comfortable fitting earbuds that actually offer you a lot of lockdown. So they're not going to wiggle out easily, like let's say the AirPod Pro or Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. And they don't feel intrusive like a pair of standard fitting in-ear earbuds. I also like that both of these earbuds are able to block out a lot of noise with less cavern pressure, again making them very comfortable. However, with both of these earbuds, you are going to have to make a lot of compromises. With both of these earbuds, you are paying a premium, especially with the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2, and you're going to have to make a lot of physical compromises, especially with the Bose QC earbuds, because this case is abnormally large. Sound quality wise, they sound a little flat because of their lack of bass. The mic on the Bose QC Ultra Earbuds 2 is mid compared to its direct competitors, and you should only use the mic on the Bose QCs while in a quiet room. I can only recommend Bose's earbuds if you're someone that is very particular about their fit and you're willing to make the compromises for slightly better fit. But other than that, Bose really needs to wake up. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.